10 seaside towns in England that feel like a dream come true. England's coastline has always carried a certain magic. From pastel beach huts to rugged cliffs battered by the North Sea, these shores weave together history, beauty, and timeless tradition. Some seaside towns feel almost unreal, as if they belong in paintings or novels rather than everyday life. They whisper stories of fishermen, artists, smugglers, and dreamers while welcoming visitors with sandy toes and salty breezes. Today, we're counting down 10 seaside towns in England that feel like a dream come true, ranked from charming to the most enchanting of all. 10. Deal, Kent. Deal doesn't need to shout to be heard. Tucked along the Kentish coast, it's a seaside town of understated elegance where Georgian townhouses line the promenade and shingle beaches stretch for miles. Its pier offers a perfect place to watch the tides roll in while enjoying a slower pace of life. Once a vital port, Deal today has reinvented itself as a creative hub, with Londoners giving it the affectionate nickname Hackney-on-Sea. Cafes, galleries and antique shops fill its streets, while Deal Castle and Walmer Castle remind visitors of its Tudor past. It remains one of the most peaceful seaside towns in England, balancing heritage with modern vibrancy. 9. Alba, Suffolk. Alba sits like a delicate painting on Suffolk's coast. Colourful seafront houses, shingle beaches dotted with fishing boats, and a timeless rhythm of life give it both beauty and soul. The smell of fresh caught fish wafts along the seafront, with seafood sold directly from huts pulled up on the beach. But Alba is more than just charm. It's also culture. Founded by composer Benjamin Britten, the Alba Festival turned this little seaside town into a beacon for classical music lovers. Walk along the beach and you'll stumble upon the scallop sculpture, etched with the words, "I hear those voices that will not be drowned." It's as haunting as it is beautiful, blending art and landscape into an unforgettable coastal experience. 8. Southwold, Suffolk. If seaside towns could be bottled into memory, Southwold would be the flavour of childhood summers. Pastel-coloured beach huts stand neatly on the golden sand, a striped backdrop to days spent paddling in the surf or enjoying an ice cream on the pier. Southwold also has sophistication. Home to Adnam's brewery, it mixes heritage with craft culture. The town's working lighthouse is a landmark that rises above rooftops, a reminder that Southwold is not just about tourists, it's a living, breathing coastal town. Its blue flag beach makes it not only picturesque, but also safe, clean and inviting for families, surfers and day trippers alike. 7. Whitby, North Yorkshire. Whitby is a seaside town wrapped in atmosphere. Standing on the windswept cliff top are the ruins of Whitby Abbey, a view so dramatic it inspired Bram Stoker's Dracula. Below, a working harbour bustles with fishing boats, tourists, and the smell of vinegar-soaked fish and chips. Cobbled streets snake their way through independent shops and old pubs, and if you're up for a challenge, the 199 steps lead to the Abbey and sweeping views of the North Sea. With its Gothic charm, rich maritime history, and reputation for some of the best fish and chips in the country, Whitby captures the heart of everyone who visits. 6. Robin Hood's Bay, North Yorkshire. Just a few miles from Whitby, Robin Hood's Bay feels like a story preserved in stone. The village tumbles down a steep hill, its cobbled alleys twisting until they open up onto a broad, fossil-rich bay. It was once a smuggler's haven, full of secret tunnels and whispered tales, but today it's a beloved destination for walkers and nature lovers. At low tide, the beach reveals rock pools teeming with life, while at high tide, the sea laps dramatically at the foot of the cottages. The charm lies not just in its scenery, but in the feeling that the past is still alive here, etched into every stone wall and every crashing wave. 5. Lyme Regis, Dorset. On the Jurassic coast, Lyme Regis dazzles with history and beauty. Nicknamed the P. Earl of Dorset, it combines fossil-studded cliffs with a bustling harbour wall known as the Cobb. It's a magnet for geologists, artists, and families alike, offering fossil hunting, sailing, and seaside leisure in equal measure. The town itself is buzzing with life. Art galleries, boutique shops, and cosy cafes line its streets. Visitors come for the breathtaking coastal walks and stay for the atmosphere, where every sunset feels like a painting. Lyme Regis manages to be both a hub of activity and a tranquil escape, making it a standout among seaside towns in England. 4. Mousehole, Cornwall. Mousehole, pronounced Mousehole, is one of Cornwall's tiniest but most enchanting seaside towns. Wrapped around a snug harbour, its granite cottages seem to tumble into the sea. Narrow streets, colourful boats, and the peaceful pace of life make it a postcard-perfect escape. The town is particularly famous for its Mousehole Christmas lights, when the harbour glows with dazzling displays that reflect across the water. In summer, the same harbour sparkles under bright sunlight, giving visitors two very different, but equally magical, versions of Mousehole to enjoy. For many, it is Cornwall's prettiest coastal village. 3. Salcombe, Devon. Salcombe is often described as the English Riviera in miniature. Pastel cottages spill down towards turquoise estuaries, sailing boats dot the water, and sandy beaches frame the horizon. It's no surprise Salcombe is a playground for water sports and sailing enthusiasts, drawing visitors from across the UK. Seafood is another highlight. Locally caught crab and lobster are staples of Salcombe's cuisine, served in harbourfront restaurants with sea views. Boutique shops and summer festivals add to its appeal, creating a blend of leisure, culture, and natural beauty that makes Salcombe one of England's dreamiest seaside towns. 2. St Ives, Cornwall. St Ives has long been an artist's muse, and with good reason. Its light is legendary, so golden and crisp that it has inspired painters and sculptors for generations. The town is dotted with galleries, from the Tate St Ives to the Barbara Hepworth Museum and Sculpture Garden, cementing its status as one of England's leading cultural seaside towns. Beyond the art, St Ives offers sandy beaches like Porthmeor and Porthminster, beloved by surfers, families, and holidaymakers alike. Fishing boats bob in the harbour, while the smell of fresh pasties drifts through cobbled streets. It's the kind of place that captures imagination and holds it forever. 1. Polperro, Cornwall. At the very top sits Polperro, a seaside town so enchanting it feels like fiction. Its whitewashed cottages cling to narrow streets that wind toward a sheltered harbour, where colourful boats float gently with the tide. With traffic banned from the village centre, Polperro feels preserved, peaceful, and poetic. Once infamous for smuggling, today it thrives as one of Cornwall's most beloved destinations. Cafes overlook the sea, fishing boats rest quietly, and every lane feels like stepping back in time. For visitors, Polperro feels like entering a storybook where beauty and history exist in perfect harmony. From Deal's quiet channel views to Polperro's storybook harbour, these 10 seaside towns in England that feel like a dream come true prove that the English coast is alive with beauty, history, and heart. Each one carries its own character, some grand, some small, but all unforgettable. England's seaside isn't just beautiful, it's a dream made real. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell.